Ladies and gents, I'm back. Bye bye. Whoa, what the fuck? I can't even go through the door. Alright. Who are you? Man, just a normal guy. Where the fuck are you?
That's a relief. Am I starting to master this? You're making me blush.
Finish that? Oh, I'm still there.
I learned.
This will be useful.
One more, right? Why not?
There's something I'd like you to tell me.
Sup? I enjoy a good ghost story, but I never seen a ghost in real life. I would love to have the experience for myself, even just once. What, really?
That might work.
Professor?
Sup? You want to be a great knight? Lance and riding. So you want to be a great knight. Hey, did I press B? Fuck. With heavy armor, right?
I understand more every day.
Let's try this one, yeah? Love me, baby. Has something happened?
Oh, it's you, Professor. Since you are here, I have a favor to ask. Your Highness, you've returned.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Dedu. I'm glad you're here as well, Professor. I want you both to hear this. Dedu is already aware, but you should know there's been an uprising in the Dusker region, in the western part of the kingdom. Dedu, would you like me to explain?
No, it should be me. I am from Dusker. It lies just beyond the mountains on the northwestern border of Fargus. But the people of Dusker no longer live there. The land was burned to ashes by the army of Fargus. All of the people were slaughtered. This was our punishment for the crime of regicide. The barren expanse that was once Dusker is now controlled by a kingdom noble. But Dusker survivors, such as myself, still exist outside the region. This uprising is most likely the work of such survivors, seeking to reclaim their homeland.
A request for aid was sent from Viscount Clayman to the kingdom capital and the church. He is the one who rules over that region at present. For now, the lords surrounding the Dusker region have sent their armies to help suppress the uprising. However,
They're showing troops.
they have sufficient troops, and strong ones at that. My worry is that there will be more unwarranted death. There have always been many in the kingdom's army who believe the people of Dusker are foes and hate them because of it. You would think they'd refrain from squashing the rebels out of political expediency, but I doubt that will be the case. If the kingdom's army and the rebel forces of Dusker collide, there is no doubt that the rebel forces will be annihilated. I'm afraid that's the best case scenario. It could also turn into complete and bloody chaos for both sides.
Indeed.
Which brings me to my news. I have just now received the permission I requested from the church. I asked the church to deploy our class to help handle the situation.
So we may go?
Not so fast. We still have a responsibility as students of the academy, after all. The only one who can truly make the decision as to whether or not we go is our professor. So, what do you say?
Very well. Let's go.
You have my most sincere gratitude.
And mine as well. But we must move fast. I will go and alert the others.
Tentance, MVP. Oh my god, Coco, please. in the battalion. Dusker heavy soldiers. Wow. Really? Really?
Why save us?
I will not abide the needless death of my own people.
You must know that as long as there is breath in me, I will fight.
Then fight, and be defeated. But so long as you pose no threat to His Highness, I will not end your life.
Idealistic fool. We will not relent. Not until we've taken back the homeland you monsters stole from us.
I share the same sentiment.
You, who sold his soul to Fargus.
His Highness has promised the people of Dusker a home. His will be a kingdom that is proud to harbor the blood of both Fargus and Dusker.
That's impossible. Don't be naive.
Believe what you will, but Fargus will change under his reign. That is my firm belief.
The Kingdom army has retreated to the fortress. There should be no further danger.
Prince of Fargus! You monster!
Can you still run? Then I suggest you do so now. Your people are waiting for you on the other side. Remain hidden from the Kingdom army.
May our paths cross again.
I certainly hope not. But remember this one thing. The people of Dusker never forget their grudges. Nor do they fail to honor favors.
Is there a threat?
Thank you, Your Highness, for accommodating my selfish request.
Think nothing of it. This was something I wished for as well. If you must give thanks, direct it at the church for allowing us to join the battle, and to our professor for leading the charge. It's about time we headed back. The professor and the others are waiting.
I am right behind you.
Insert automatically, manually please. I have 5 instructions, tell you what. Auto, I don't care. Wow, everyone don't like me. Ha! The fuck?
Professor.
Sup? You wanna be a bishop? Fine, be a bishop.
That worked out well.
Defense tactics, Wait, I forget something. Yeah, story time. Felix Servant and Felix Ingrid. Okay.
Hey Felix, you free? You don't look very busy. Let's go find some girls to chat with.
Chat with them by yourself. You're interrupting my training.
Hey, come on. Don't talk like that. How long have we known each other?
Long enough, if you ask me. We only know each other because of our parents' friendship. I didn't have a say in it.
Is that how it went? Huh. I remember it more like you always following me around. Whenever there was something wrong, like you lost to your brother, or you fought with Dimitri, you'd come crying to me. You were so meek and pure back then. Cute even. Like a baby brother.
And that's enough.
What?
I said that's enough!
Hey, sorry. I just came to see if you wanted to pick up some girls. I didn't mean to get on your nerves.
Look, you've been getting on my nerves for years. I've tried to be patient with you, but I'm tired of holding my tongue. You're reckless in your personal affairs and in battle, and you're always prattling on about women.
Well, if a man sees a pretty girl, he can't just let her pass by without commenting. That's just rude.
You're insatiable. Do you ever stop? Certainly not to practice your sword technique. You always skip training. And you never consider how your actions hurt others, or how you hold them back.
That's never my intention. Come on, you know me better than that. I'm not really... Look, if that's the impression I've given you, then I'm sorry.
Seven has been saying sorry a lot of times recently.
Felix, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. Time for our tactics lecture. You'll be there, won't you?
Those things are such a waste of time.
Nonsense. You're going to be there.
Must I?
Why is this such a chore? You went last time. Though you did all you could to disrupt things, as I recall. Brazenly rambling on about clear-cutting a nearby forest to secure a marching route. And attacking an enemy base, stealing their horses. You were incredibly disruptive, and even rude.
I was offering my honest opinion.
Then, you left before we were finished. What do you suppose happened after that?
I have no idea.
Well, the conversation got quite lively. We all began breaking down the viability of your somewhat maniacal plan. And apparently, similar tactics have been used to turn the tides of historic battles.
That may be an exaggeration. Successful armies must be able to handle unexpected situations. That starts with weapon mastery and creative tactics.
If you didn't have so much battlefield experience, you wouldn't be capable of such unique strategies. Which is why we need people like you. People who think creatively to lead the army.
Now you're just massaging my ego.
When have you ever minded? We need you there. Just come on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least they get along together. There ain't no missions. Oh, hold up. There's something here. Who wants to talk to me? Ash and Dimitri. Oh, both at the same place?
Okay.
Professor,
Sup?
thank you for your help the other day, Professor. Please, allow me to express my gratitude by taking you to dinner.
I will be delighted.
Fantastic. Please think about what you'd like to eat. After all, such magnificent guidance must work up quite an appetite. I've studied swordsmanship for some time, but your mercenary skills are something else entirely. Speaking of which, there's another question I must ask you. Were you reconciled with the reality of battle from your first foray? With the killing part, I mean? I see. No. I do not carry that burden well. I doubt that will change, no matter how many years come and go. The first time I led on the battlefield, I was sent to quell a rebellion in the west. It was not a difficult fight. The enemy was not well trained, and their morale was low. A swing of the lance, and your opponent falls. A flash of your blade, and a path opens up. That's the sort of battle it was. Easy, right?
What caused the rebellion?
The noble family from that area sought to seize the throne after my father's untimely death. The leader of the rebel army was defeated, and the rebellion quelled. This was at the height of the post-war period. I recall coming across a dead soldier's body. He was clutching a locket, and inside was a lock of golden hair. I don't know to whom it belonged. His wife? His daughter? Mother? Lover? I'll never know. He was a soldier, an enemy, someone we had cut down without hesitation. But in that moment, I realized he was also a real person, just like the rest of us. Of course, we cannot stand idly by and allow anyone to commit senseless acts of violence. Yet, in dispensing what we call justice, we take the lives of cherished family members, beloved friends. Killing is part of the job, but even so, there are times when I'm chilled to the bone by the depravity of my own actions.
I show some sympathy, right?
That you feel the same way is more comforting than you could know. Professor, may I speak freely? When we first met, I thought of you as someone who felt no strong feelings about killing your enemies. I could never trust someone who kills without batting an eye. My heart won't allow it. But after speaking with you and getting to know you better, I can see you're not like that. Now I know, with all my heart, that I can trust you. Thank you for that.
Oh, B, wow. Okay, there's Ash, right? Oh, there's Dimitri and Ash. Oh, I see.
Your Highness, sorry, I mean Dimitri. Would you, do you want to train together today?
Ash, of course, I'm glad you asked. After classes conclude for the day, meet me at the training ground. I'll be waiting. And afterward, let's plan on dinner. We'll certainly have worked up an appetite.
Oh, yes, I suppose, I mean, sure, that is, it would be my pleasure to dine with you.
What?
I mean,
Ash.
I'm sorry, Your Highness. I'm just no good at this. I'll do my best to improve.
Are you still worrying over what I said to you before?
I'm trying to do as you asked, but it's just completely against my nature.
Trust me, I understand the urge to show respect where it is due. However, that is not the case here. Yes, I was brought up in a different family and raised in a different way, but otherwise, you and I are the same.
That all makes sense, Your Highness. But I just can't bring myself to speak to you in such a casual way. Sure, when you get right down to it, royalty like you and common folk like me, we're all just people. But the common folk still rely on the nobility to keep the peace and to keep them safe. Commoners pay the price for that in taxes and respect. That's what Lenato says.
I suppose I can understand that point of view. But the flaw in your logic is that I am not king just yet.
But that's not all there is to it. I also respect you as a person. You carry the weight of the whole kingdom on your shoulders. You're a faultless warrior, and you're always so kind to your allies, even me.
On all accounts, I can say the same of you. But you also have a strong heart. I can't say that about myself. No matter the circumstance, you are never drawn toward darkness. That mindset of yours has done me well on countless occasions.
Well, I do my best. So I guess mutual respect between us is what's really the most appropriate.
Precisely. Which means there's never any need to be nervous or uncomfortable around one another. It seems we may have circled back to where we started with this conversation, but let's at least agree that we both should learn to bend a bit. How's that sound?
All right. Let's start from the beginning, then. Would you like to train with me today, Your Highness?
Of course, Ash. Come at me with everything you've got.
Alright, that's cool. Seminar. Seminar. Oh.
Professor,
So you want to go to a model 7? Sure. I mean, tell you what, we'll rest. Let's do this. Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
So, this is to be our battlefield. Gronder Field. Are you feeling confident, Professor?
Very.
Excellent. That's most reassuring. We can win, I'm sure of it. After all, it's not as though we've spent the last half year sitting idle. And I'm feeling stronger this moon. As though I could conquer 1,000 opponents all on my own.
Don't get carried away.
I'm only joking, of course. But perhaps it isn't a laughing matter. I beg your forgiveness. I must practice levity so that I can provide a more enjoyable joke when the opportunity next presents itself. After all, I hear that telling jokes is a good way to calm the nerves before heading into battle. Still, I find it quite difficult.
Because you're a serious person, man.
Well, it's about time for the battle to begin. Everyone, brace yourselves.
All I'm worried about is finding someone worthy to cross swords with.
We've prepared and trained a great deal. We should be fine, right? You're always so carefree, Mercy. Don't forget we need to try our hardest out there so we can win.
This is our chance to show how hard we've been working. Let's do our best.
If I emerge victorious in the lauded battle of the Eagle and Lion, the ladies are sure to take notice. I'll have to go into hiding.
Ugh, is that all you think about? Yeah, actually, so long as you try your hardest, frame it however you like.
I shall give it my all.
No matter the battle, I will never falter.
We're counting on your guidance, Professor. Let's show the world what the Blue Lions are made of.
Roar. Blue lions. Why not blue wolves? Okay. We won.
Each battle a chance to grow.
That is the end of this year's Battle of the Eagle and Lion. And the winners are the Blue Lions.
We won! And judging by our performance, I'm certain we have earned the prize as well.
What's the prize anyway? MVP is the due. I knew it.
Well done, your princeliness. I'm certainly not in any hurry to get on your bad side.
I assumed you would attack us head on. I clearly need to rethink my opinion of you. Well done, Dimitri.
You both deserve equal praise for a battle well fought. All three houses did extremely well. Don't you agree, Professor?
Honestly, the Golden Deer did a lot more better.
It's an honor to hear that from a fighter such as yourself. But there's no getting around it. The Blue Lions were better prepared. In any case, I hope the day never comes when we have to put this experience to use.
I wouldn't mind. I'll accept a challenge from either of you at any time. I'm kidding, of course.
That is nothing to joke about. The true battle of the Eagle and Lion is best left in the past. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually change the name of this mock battle.
Let's do our best to get along, yeah?
How admirable, Teach. On that note, I have a proposition.
Well,
when we get back to Garreg Mach, let's have a grand feast to break down the walls between our respective houses. And by a grand feast, I mean a fairly regular feast in the dining hall.
You really value that kind of thing, don't you? Well, I suppose no harm can come from it. Count me in.
I have no objections either. And you, Professor?
I'm looking forward to it. Let's do it.
You look so happy. I love seeing you like this. I suppose that look on your face is just another boon from this glorious day. Perhaps the best one of all. I had a wonderful time today, Professor. As usual, I was astonished by how much you ate in the name of celebration. Really, though, I must thank you again. Our victory in the Battle of the Eagle and Lion was thanks in no small part to you.
We all did our part, come on.
Yes, that is true. But it was your instruction that allowed us to reach our full potential. I feel silly admitting this now, but when you first came to lead our class, you unnerved me. You never smiled and you never showed anger either. And yet, you didn't appear to be suppressing your emotions. They just weren't there. At first, I thought perhaps you just didn't care for us. But I soon concluded that wasn't the case at all. For the longest time, I just couldn't tell what you were thinking. It was though you had no humanity whatsoever.
And now?
You're different now. In the half year we've spent together, I've seen the glow of humanity in your eyes, and in your actions countless times. I am truly grateful to have had the chance to spend this time with you, Professor.
What are you two talking about? How dare you get chummy without us?
That's enough, Sylvain.
Oh, please. I would love to join you as well. I have so many things I wish to talk to you about, Professor.
Oh, me too. I have so much to tell you. And I want to thank you too.
Honestly, Professor, I was only able to achieve so much because you were with us.
Ash is right. You're irreplaceable to us, Professor.
Yes, that!
Without you, the Blue Lions... Well, we wouldn't even be the Blue Lions at all. Except for the blue part. Because we'd be sad.
I suppose there are worse things than fighting at your side.
I have had the opportunity to experience much. Please allow me to offer you my gratitude once more, Professor.
As you can see, you have our trust as well as our admiration. I look forward to spending the rest of the year with you.
As do I.
Good. Then let's give it our all this year. Anyhow, it's getting late. We had better return to our quarters and get some rest.
I can only call your deeds during the Battle of the Eagle and Lion quite versatile.
Comparing against their performance at the mock battle of the Great Tree Moon, the students have grown significantly. It is clear that this is a result of your guidance.
In appreciation of your efforts and to show our high hopes for the future of your students, I award you with this. Please continue to instruct your students as a model teacher.
So, you've made good use of all my power after all. I would have been upset if you had failed at such an easy task.
It pains me to assign such a disturbing mission to you during such a blessed moment in time. However, next month your assignment will be to journey to Remire Village to investigate an abnormal occurrence there.
Abnormal? Oh, hello.
Meyer Village. If I recall, you've been there with your father many times.
I have yet to ascertain the details, but it would seem the villagers have been acting strangely. I have already dispatched the knights to verify the authenticity of this information. They should be back shortly. I suggest you begin by finding out what they have discovered.
Roger.
I pray this is not a bad omen. May the goddess protect you all.
A blessed lens.
Part 1. White Clouds. Red Wolf Moon. The Flame in the Darkness. Hoarfrost now graces treetops and open fields alike, and an icy chill blown in from the north of Fargus blankets the land. All of Fodlan's creatures begin to settle in for a long winter. The setting sun bathes the full winter coat of every wolf in a foreboding scarlet glow. Hunters can now spread the word that the Red Wolves are back on the prowl.
That's what we're dealing with. Is there no chance it's an infectious disease?
There are no absolutes in medicine, but the chances are extremely slim. Restless movements, fits of violence, becoming bedridden, or even impossible to wake. With symptoms that varied, there are only a few possibilities. It's either a mixture of poisons or magic, and dark magic at that.
You're talking about Remire Village, aren't you, Manuela?
Oh my, if it isn't Gerald. Tell me, what was the first thing you heard?
Everything, after you mentioned that it's not likely an infectious disease. My child and I owe the people of Remire Village. If something's happening there, we must help them.
We scouted the area ourselves. Speak with the knights, hear what they have to say. I must go. Thank you for your help, Manuela.
You know, I'm more than willing to go with you to Remire Village. After all, I owe you my life. If you'd like, I bet we could even manage the mission all by ourselves. Just the two of us.
Ah. That's nice of you.
Professor! A bit of a tease, are we? A girl could get used to this side of you.
Nice try. but I'll be going to the village as well. Enough nonsense. It's time to move out.
As you like. Goodbye, Gerald. Goodbye, Professor.
I'll be in my office making preparations. What about you? If you have the time, it would be helpful if you could go ahead and talk to the knights.
What happened?
Hey, what's wrong? If anything feels off, return to the infirmary. No need to just grin and bear it. Got it?
Ugh, what could have caused such dizziness? I felt it too. Actually, I felt that way before. I have a question.
What? Lectures about strategy or reason requires so much focus. I ended up absolutely famished before, but if... What the fuck before? But if I'm the big man, I can't help getting sleepy. And just bring along a snack.
Wonderful idea.
Almost there. Almost there. Oh, come the fuck on.
Professor.
What? Bishop, sure. For fuck's sake. Come on, man.
I see. So you'll be staying here for some time then? Honestly, I'm surprised. I've heard it's been a few years since you last donated to the church.
That was merely because of the financial situation of my territory. I assure you it has nothing to do with my dedication to the church. By the way, Dimitri, isn't Edelgard currently enrolled at the Officers' Academy as well?
Yes, she's in the Black Eagle House. I don't believe she has any plans to leave anytime soon. Why not pay her a visit?
I may do just that. It's nice to stay in touch with my dear niece every now and then. Of course, I'm also delighted that I was able to speak with my nephew as well. Whether through marriage or otherwise, family is family after all.
Of course. The feeling is mutual.
Wait, what? Are you his nephew?
Professor, if you were watching, you should have made your presence known. That was Lord Arundel, the regent for the Empire. He is also Edelgard's uncle. My stepmother was his younger sister. We are not related by blood, but he is technically my uncle.
So you Edelgard.
Yes. My stepmother was Edelgard's birth mother.
Ah.
Edelgard and I are siblings by marriage. We can delve into that topic another time. For now, let's make preparations to investigate what's happening in that village.
Oh dear, the princess of the Empire and the kingdom's prince are kin. How very odd. All beings are attached somehow to those who are their family. Yes, even I. I must have had a family too. I wish I could remember them. My family. I wonder who and where they are, and what they're doing now.
I bet your family is
In any
very
case,
good.
about this Arundel. You've heard that name before, correct?
In the office.
Ugh, your memory is worse than mine. The library. We came across that name within the library, right where the prince had been. Don't you recall?
Oh
I
yeah.
thought that Arundel had died. And yet, not so. He seems alive and well. I wonder what the prince had hoped to learn from reading of his uncle's charity. So many things the prince has yet to tell. How bothersome.
It seems I've improved.
Smite. Ah.
Well, that worked out.
This isn't so hard.
I'm certain I've improved.
Alright, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna save here right now. Thanks you guys for watching. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Alright guys. See ya.